one last one here. Now at this point, when I'm saying this is the most dangerous point, what I mean is you don't want to drop the cables, you don't want to get the trays dropping off your table and breaking your splices and such. So you get a good grip on this. And I'm just showing this to you as if you were out in the field doing this entirely by yourself. We all know that once you're out in an ERS situation, usually you're going to have a contractor out there that has dug up the fiber. So 9 times out of 10 you're going to have an extra pair of hands, and this won't be so, you won't have to be so cautious at this point, because you could have somebody managing this while you put the collars around your trays. But I also want to show, for an example, you could do this by yourself. So you would feed the trays through. And you can feed all 4 trays through at once. And once you get the trays through, you can feed your collar down the fiber. Dang it! I didn't hold both of those. So get those past that point. Get that collar out of your way. You have your 2 cables. You have your tray that has this star chamber where your fibers are going to come through and enter into the tray. Okay. On this, you're going to put 1 fiber through this bottom one fiber on the other side through this bottom one. And the way to do that is to slide that collar up in there until it clicks down. There's 2 little, you hear that click, that's locked in there now. Then you can adjust how far back you want your bullet bonds, and you could twist them if you need to change the orientation so you can get to your nuts to tighten them. And then you would take your hose clamp and your little tool and you would tighten it. You tighten these hose clamps down tight as you like. You're not going to crush that outside plant fiber. This is what locks this in place. You're not going to hurt it by tightening them fairly tight. One side's in. The opposite side, you do the exact same thing. Push it down in there until you hear it click. Click. 1 buffer tube up that side, 1 buffer tube on that side. The tray. Tighten down this opposite hose clamp. Voila! You are now got your fibers locked into this tray with the star chambers. Now you can secure it back to your bench. with as many tie wraps as you need to secure it and feel safe. I'm going to use two. Actually, I'm going to use one right up here. Try to keep this flat to the table, away from your cable. Now your part where you didn't have anything holding it is over. You got a brief period there where you have to be extremely careful if you don't have an extra set of hands. Most of the time you'll have a second set of hands out there to help you, so it's not a big deal. At this point you want to put your ground strap or your braided strap between your two bullet bonds so that you can have continuity on your outside plant cable for locating. You can put it on over this way. However, I don't like to because your buffer tubes are going to come around that way. So I generally put them in this way on both sides. Tighten them down tight with your can wrench.